Hello, I'm Gabriel, and welcome to an episode of Gabriel Reviews, where I talk about movies and review them on my channel every Friday. And in today's movie review, we're going to be reviewing a big movie, and this is a big review because I have a lot to say about this movie, and it's for many reasons why. And oh boy, I didn't want to have to do this, but the movie we're going to review in this video is Freddy Got Fingered.
Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausages? Daddy, would you like some sausage? Sausages, sausages.
Oh boy. Here we go with this one. First of all, this is actually the very first movie review where I talk about a movie that's actually bad and that I actually dislike. And, well, this is one of them. Yeah, it's a pretty infamous movie for a number of reasons. And I was also in the mood to reviewing a bad movie that is really bad. So yeah. But anyways, Freddy Got Fingered is a black comedy film released in 2001, directed by Tom Green and also starring him as well. And this film is considered to be one of the worst films of all time. It was a box office disappointment. And there's just so much to talk about because it really is that bad. So here we go with this plot. So this movie follows an unemployed cartoonist named Gord Brody, who's played by Tom Green, who is trying to pitch an animated show to Hollywood executives, but when he fails, he returns to his hometown with no choice but to live with his parents and his younger brother, Freddy, which he's played by Eddie Ray Thomas. His father doesn't approve of Gord's career path and pressures him to gain independence, and as father and son exchange barbs, Gord comes up with a huge lie to which he lies about his father taking advantage of Freddy. And from there on, everything changes and revolves around the madness and a lot of other consequences happen. Yeah, pretty crazy storyline. But now let's get right into my thoughts. So, I knew about this movie for a long time since I heard how bad it was, but I've been curious about it and I thought to myself, well hey, there's gotta be at least some funny parts in this movie. But when I watched it, it was the complete exact opposite. And as much as I'm a big fan of comedies, this movie was not funny at all. The acting is terrible, the story is dumb, the dialogue is poorly written as well as the script itself, and it's all over the place as well. And I gotta tell you, if you haven't seen this movie, I have to say, it's pretty freaking bad, and it's very nasty as well. Yeah, there's a lot of really crazy scenes, and surprisingly, it's pretty bloody at times. Which is very crazy to say for a comedy film, which I call this movie. But I call this movie a horror film. And I gotta warn you, these scenes are very messed up. Like, there's this one scene where Gord sees a dead deer, he cuts it open and starts playing around with it, like with the fur. Yeah, that's what happens in the movie. Like, what the heck was that for? And what was Tom Green even thinking about in the first place? I find that scene so unnecessary, especially another scene I won't go into detail, but it does involve a hospital and a baby, we'll say that. Also, the ending was completely unnecessary, like, it shouldn't have been part of the movie. And I feel like the shocking parts of this movie were completely unnecessary, and I have no idea what they were thinking. Like, even with those parts removed, I would say that the movie still isn't very good either. Like, those scenes didn't need to be in there in the first place. Like, what is wrong with them? Like, why? Although I will say, one of the only things I liked about this movie was the famous "Daddy, Would You Like Some Sausages" song, which I showed in the beginning, but it still didn't make me laugh. I mean, I can see why this movie might make people laugh, but for me, I really dislike this movie. Like, I hated it so much. And this movie, nothing about this movie was funny. Like, how are you gonna make a comedy film using a lot of gross and gory scenes? Like, come on, you should be more or less than that. Like, I mean, I get that this movie is supposed to be stupid on purpose, but as I think how Tom Green would make it, but still. And also, I feel like this movie might be a cult classic nowadays, since I hear some people enjoy it, but even though this movie was terrible, I may give this a rewatch, like when I watch it with my friends while we're drunk or something. I guess that this would be a fun time, but overall, Freddy Got Fingered was an overall disastrous, embarrassing, unnecessary, and unfunny comedy that I absolutely hated. I would not recommend it, watching it if I were you. But if you're curious about this film, then go right ahead, I guess. But whether or not you laugh, good luck, because I did not laugh. It's just a fake comedy film, and from my perspective, an utterly disturbing film because of the shocking scenes. Sometimes I like to watch bad movies on purpose, but this movie is one of the first that comes to mind. But, anyways, I'm done talking about this movie, so ending off this review, I'm giving Freddy Got Fingered a 1 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, like, comment down below, and make sure to share. And, yep, see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.